Okay, confession time. I use another program and another technique altogether. I don't use FontBook. And so I accidentally installed two versions of this, but FontBook's smart enough to turn the second version off when I was double clicking those. That's one way to do it. And you have to walk through that dialog box and actually finish the install process. But if you get doubles, I can just right click and say remove that extra one. It says, yeah, I'm sure. And so now, please go away. There we go. Now we don't have duplicate copies. So my fault. And I use a different program. So over in Illustrator, I already, Illustrator sees, you used to have to relaunch Illustrator. It already sees that font. So I selected it, and we can change the size, right? By double clicking and, 200. We don't know how big this has to be. So we'll drag this out. Now, what about a keyboard shortcut to increase or decrease the size of this font? And am I going to place this left, or is it going to be centered? Because that determines if we're going to have this in the center, we need to select Align Center and then move our font to near the center of the screen so that when we do resize it using the keyboard shortcuts, Shift, Command, and this time instead of the up and down or right and left arrows, you use period and semicolon, and that makes no sense, or period and comma. But it makes a lot of sense if you look at the period and comma keys. Look at the less than and greater than signs on the two. So greater than above the period increases the font size. Less than with Shift and Command, less than decreases. Pretty cool, huh? So my strategy, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, is not to center this, because I see this little stream here, whatever it is, it's ditch with water in it, as delineating where my secondary information is going to go, and I think it's going to go down here, justified right. So down here at the bottom, it's going to be off to this side, and up here, it's going to be off to this side. Don't you love how that changes? So that's my idea. And so there, justified to that side, and down here where we have the date. And I don't know if the date is going to be the first thing, but I'll copy that. And maybe all of this should work and should come in. Let's do this just for kicks. I'm going to copy that, come down here, click. Oh yeah, have to deselect. That's the problem. Hit the letter T to get the type tool because I don't want to go over there to that toolbar. Then I'll click, and I'm going to change this. Let's come back down 36, and I'm going to make it justified right and paste it there. Now, what happened? Did I not click that? There we go. And this color's not going to work at all. So in Photoshop, we can sample this picture. In Illustrator, I know there's a way. I've forgotten it. So I'll come back and I'll show you that. But for right now, I'm just going to pick white just so we can see our text and click OK. Got it? There we go. So here's the start. And maybe there's a smarter way to organize this so it fits in this area. And we still have the Valhalla Vocal Music Presents up here to add.